we are presented the starting grid of today's race. Isaac Hedger making the last position for the points. And we go racing. And Oscar Piastri takes the lead from Lando Norris. George Russell is P3, Kimi behind him in P4, Lewis Hamilton in P5, and Pierre Gasly in P6. Charles Leclerc takes that position. Amazing move by Oscar Piastri for the lead of the race. And the move. Lando Norris trying to take an overtake. And somebody has a penalty. Nico Hulkenberg for collision with Albon. And George Russell is trying to make a move on Lando Norris, but doesn't have enough battery to do so. But he does. He makes the move. Can he catch Oscar Piastri? He can. Amazing move by George Russell. Incredible. And George Russell leads the race. And our fastest pole sitter, Lando Norris, in P4, not even in the podium. Carlos Sainz is holding off the last point position, P10. And he moves up the grid to overtake Liam Lawson. George Russell may leave everyone behind and take the lead of this race. And Kimi Antonelli with the fastest sector too. And he is P2. Kimi Antonelli ahead of Lando, who holds off the last position, the podium, and Oscar Piastri overtakes Lando Norris. And Hamilton just behind his tail. And somebody's in the pits. Lando Norris goes into the pit to change his tires. And George is leading the race with a comfortable gap of 1 second. Lando Norris is awarded a 5 seconds penalty. Will this affect his position at the end of the race? And Oscar Piastri is in the pits to change his tires. And so is Pierre Gasly. A lot of people are coming into the pits to change their tire. Max, no, Isaac is here. And Albon as well. Lance Stroll. George Russell's race leader is not yet into the pits. None of the Mercedes have taken a pit stop. And, jo- and George Russell is into the pits and Kimi Antonelli takes the lead of the race. George is on hard tires. And both of the Ferrari are on the podium now. George has Oscar just behind him. And Carlos Sainz is holding off the last position for the points and he's getting into battle with Max Verstappen. And Liam Lawson, who started P8 I think, is in P13. And Isaac Hajar is also pretty behind back. Everyone are on hard tires. And Kim is in the pits. And so is Lewis. George is in P3 now. P2. Everybody are on hard tires. And Nico Hulkenberg is also on the pits. To change his tires, here comes the Audi. And George takes the lead of the race. And Oscar Piastri is behind him. Kimi Antonelli, P2 to P4. His pitting strategy not doing justice to him. And through goes Kimi, like Charles was standing still. And Charles is probably going to go into the pits to change his tires. Let's see where he ends up at the end. And Liam Lawson is fighting with Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz, amazing defense by him, using the battery to run away. And he's up to P8. Charles is out with medium tires. He's the only one with medium ones. Interesting. Carlos Sainz is up to P7. Amazing work from him. Just behind Pierre Gasly. Landon Norris at P5. He started from pole, but he is now in P5. He is not going to be happy about this. Liam Lawson just overtook Carlos Sainz for P8. Arvid Limland behind him. What a disaster for Red Bull. Their sister team is ahead of them. And Max Verstappen is in the pits. He's P16. Disaster for him. Isaac Hadjar in P10. Liam Lawson is comfortably ahead, and even with that penalty, may end up ahead of Isaac Hadjar. And Arvid Limland just behind him. And George Russell is being chased by his teammate Kimi Antonelli, and Oscar Piastri has fallen down to P3. The Mercedes is the clearly fastest car on the grid right now. And Lando Norris in the pits. Just 3 laps to go. Interesting. And Isaac Hadjar is also in the pits. And so is Esteban Ocon. And Kimi Antonelli overtakes George Russell. Oscar Piastri is in the pits. Everybody is pitting once again. Lando Norris fastest sector 2. Carlos Sainz still holding to that P8. Lando Norris in P9. And Alex Albon in P10. Lewis Hamilton moves up to P3. Oscar Piastri's pit stop allowed him to gain that position. And Charles Leclerc is P5. Good recovery from the Ferraris. And Pierre Gasly is absolutely flying in that Alpine. Liam Lawson with that 5-second penalty can be in some trouble. Lando Norris is in P8 but maybe in P7 because of that penalty. And Carlos Sainz is in P9. Amazing race by him. Excellent work from him. And last person on the race in the race is Fernando Alonso. And the last lap starts. Amazing work by the Mercedes. P1 and P2 for them. And a disaster for Red Bull. Disastrous weekend for Red Bull. Only 1 point for them. And their sister team would be ahead of them in the championship standings after this round. And Kimi Antonelli wins the Bahrain Grand Prix for Mercedes. And George Russell's make it a 1-2. And Lewis Hamilton takes the last podium step. Oscar Piastri is in P4. Charles Leclerc in P5. Lando Norris P6. Pierre Gasly in P7. Liam Lawson with that 5-second penalty. Let's see where he ends up. And Carlos Sainz in P9 and Max taking the last point of the race. Isaac Hedger P11. Arvid Lim led amazing race from him in his rookie season. And here's the championship driving standings. Kimi leads from George. And Mercedes is the first team. Ferrari is behind Mercedes. McLaren is 5 points behind. McLaren is 5 points behind Ferrari, and Alpine is P4 in the standing, and Williams at P5. Thank you for watching.